Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and updates. In today's video I'm going to be giving an injury update on Lonzo Ball, also talking about Coby White and DeMar DeRozan being in LA for Chris Paul's offseason camp, and Javonte Green's role for this upcoming season, and he's been in Chicago playing some 5v5 open runs. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video about all the topics and updates I'm about to jump into. Also, let me just say thank you guys so much for 24,000 subscribers. I can't believe I just said that. You know, that number is huge. I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys for always showing love to the channel and the videos. I really do appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you all, and I'm really excited for this upcoming season. I'll be posting Bulls videos every other day covering all rumors, news, and injury updates. So let's just jump right into today's video, because recently 2 injury updates on Lonzo Ball have came out from 2 different Bulls insiders. Bleacher Report put out an article and Heavy.com did as well. And let's just first off jump into Bleacher Reports, because a Bulls insider did say, you know, Lonzo Ball's return from injury to start the season, it still does remain in question. And honestly, everything surrounding Lonzo Ball and this injury has been a question mark. I mean, Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic, he reported Thursday that Ball's recovery from knee surgery has been slow, and it still does remain in question whether he'll be on the court when the Bulls tip off the start of the regular season, October 19th against the Miami Heat. And Lonzo Ball has been sidelined since mid-January after undergoing surgery on his left knee. I mean, a few weeks back, there's been some positive news about his camp saying that, you know, they expect him to be ready, but who truly knows? I mean, every update, I feel like every few weeks is kind of on one side or the other. But then after that, Heavy.com did put out an article talking about Lonzo Ball, and NBC Sports Chicago's Bulls insider Casey Johnson shared what he said was not a headline during a recent episode of the Bulls Talk podcast. And given what us Bulls fans have barely heard about Lonzo Ball's injury for this past offseason, I feel like everything kind of about his injury is a headline nowadays. And Casey Johnson did say on the podcast, you know, it's a fluid situation, and the last 2 times I've checked in, I've heard way more positive than negative, so that's definitely a good start. I feel like all the updates for this past offseason have kind of been all bad news. And Casey Johnson did continue, and he did say, now I'm not saying that means he's out there opening night. I'm not saying that he's playing all 82 games. What I'm saying is that earlier in the offseason, you know, there was a lot of negative talk about Lonzo not being ready for the regular season, and now there's more positive talk about how he might be ready for opening night. I mean, I hope he's ready for the regular season opener, but I honestly am not betting money on it. I truly hope so, because I feel like Lonzo, you know, this whole injury has been a whole question mark. It's been a mess for the Bulls front office. I honestly don't even know what to say. But the bigger problem and bigger issue in my eyes is, say Lonzo does get hurt again, which of course I do not wish that on him. Is it going to take him another maybe 6 to 8 months to truly get healthy? That's the main concern I'm seeing with this injury. And the next topic in today's video is about DeMar DeRozan and Coby White. And the other day, Daniel Greenberg did report and put out a tweet saying DeMar DeRozan and Coby White are among many other NBA players that are in Chris Paul's camp in LA right now. And that's good. Hopefully Coby White can learn a lot from Chris Paul. I mean, this really isn't shocking news. DeMar is good friends with Chris Paul, and Coby White has always been good friends with Chris Paul. Chris Paul has pretty much been Kobe's mentor throughout his whole NBA career, and even before he was in the NBA. I mean, Coby White was in Chris Paul's camp as a kid, and I'll make sure to throw up some highlights, but that's still super cool. I mean, I think it's obvious, but Coby White has gotten so much hate since he's been drafted with the Bulls. You know, who knows if he's a 1 or a 2. I think he's a scoring guard 2 off the bench. I believe he could be a deadly 6-man for the Bulls for a long time if he can ever just be more consistent. I mean, this is kind of a prove-it year for Coby White. He is on a 1-year deal right now, and honestly, I wouldn't be mad if the Bulls and him do come to an extension, but at the end of the day, his name has been in every trade talk surrounding the Bulls for years now, and this Bulls roster is already very guard-heavy, and they've spent a lot of money on guards. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be really hard to pay Coby and Ayo, but nonetheless, I'm happy Coby, you know, he hasn't talked about the trade rumors since he's been in Chicago, and especially this past offseason. I mean, this is Coby White's first true offseason where he hasn't been injured or COVID hasn't happened, where he could just focus on improving his game and getting right and getting ready for the regular season. So I'm expecting another good year from Coby White. I know he did struggle to end the year, and especially in the playoffs, but he did put up pretty solid numbers, and he shot a career high 39% from 3-point range. range. I'm expecting another good year from Coby White. Hopefully he just continues to work and improve on his defense and continues to be more consistent. And I believe he could be a deadly six-man for the Bulls for a long time. And the final topic in today's video is on Javonte Green. You know, he has not gotten any talk all off season long. I mean, about a week or so ago, he was in Chicago. He's been in Chicago all off season long, working on his game, especially his offensive game. He's told the media and other Bulls players to help out DeMar, Zach, and Vuce when they're getting double teamed in the playoffs. And I'll make sure to throw up some highlights. Hopefully they don't get copyrighted, but he has been in Chicago playing some 5v5 open runs. And let me just first off say, for a player that started 65 games last year for the Bulls, he has not gotten talked about at all. Obviously, Patrick Williams is coming back. He is healthy, and thankfully so. But I feel like Javonte Green is going to be a key role player off the Bulls bench for this upcoming year. I mean, he was a starter for most of the year, guarding power forwards, small forwards, playing out of position. And I think we all know Javonte Green is a dog. You know, he's got that dog in him. He's always trying to block someone, always trying to dunk on someone. And honestly, he's a pretty good three-point shooter. He just wasn't shooting enough threes last year, I felt like. I mean, he did shoot about 36% from three-point range, and that's very solid. I don't really know why, but I remember last year, especially the end of the year, when Javonte Green was open, and in the playoffs, especially in the playoffs, he just wouldn't take open shots. I don't know if he was nervous or whatever, but in the playoffs, if you have an open shot, you need to take it. And I'm really happy Javonte Green knows that. He's been working on his offensive game all off season long. It's definitely going to be interesting to see Billy Donovan's lineups and rotations for this upcoming year. I mean, this Bulls team is very guard heavy. I think it's obvious they're going to be playing a lot of small ball. I mean, who knows how many minutes Javonte Green is going to get off the bench, but I do expect him to have a key role. He provides a lot of things that the Bulls are missing, you know, solid three-point shooting, obviously defense. I mean, last year he did start 65 games due to the Patrick Williams injury, and he did play about 23 minutes. He averaged 7 points, 54% from the field, 36% from three-point range, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block per night. I mean, this is also a contract year for Javonte Green, so I expect him to go even harder and play even better. I wouldn't be mad if the Bulls did re-sign him next offseason on a cheap, team-friendly contract. I really like what Javonte Green does provide for the Bulls, and I'm expecting him to be a key reserve off the Bulls bench. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the news and updates in today's video, especially on Lonzo Ball, Coby, and DeMar being at Chris Paul's summer camp in LA, and Javonte Green's role and him being in Chicago working on his offensive game all off season long. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel in the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.